Hey guys, it's been a while since we did a build guide and we're on 327. We're playing Keepers of the Flame and we did start our league with Cyclone since it got some decent buff. How the build works and how it clears, there's gonna be a video at the end of tier 17 so you can see how I'm doing the boss and so on. What I can say for the starter, it works fine. You can scale up it even more. At the moment on POB we got like 10 million DPS plus shockwave as well. So let's quickly talk about what items we're using and so on. So first off, we're using Abyssus, provides a lot of damage, super cheap. What else we're using? We're using the Magnate, super cheap as well, provides double damage chance. We're using Circle of Guilt with buff effect for Herald of Purity. Could actually use a rearing as well for more defensive layers, resist and so on. But this one provides us quite a chunk of our damage. On tooltip, as you can see, is 1.4 with blood aura. It's 1.7, so damage is alright without the buffs. For the gloves, just your regular resistances, life, pretty much just good rear gloves. Boots as well, rear movement speed, some resistances. Could change these ones for better ones, but they would be expensive. With onslaughts, with all the fancy stuff you see on high budget builds. But we stayed with this one. It works pretty fine. Ignore the General Cry one. I did use General Cry, before in the early stages of the game. I haven't had, time to change this one, or actually just forgot about that. So just ignore that. Amulets. I just recently upgraded the rare one. Pretty much crit life, some resistances and damage. I was using before this one, and it was pretty much similar situation. Even though this one costed like 40t, pretty much a steal, I must say. Before I was using Carnage Heart, early games I was using the SSL Loot as well. For the Anoint, I'm doing Titanic Impacts. It's not the greatest because it only provides us 45 crit multi, so pretty much just damage boost. You could spec into Serpent Stance, take off all those 4 nodes and go on to Fortify. I was running Fortify, but I switched just for a little bit more DPS, even though we suffered some on defenses. So if you want to be more defensive, if you feel you're struggling, with life, you're dying a lot, just spec back into Fortify and take off all those nodes and anoint Serpent Stance on your amulet. Okay, what else? A weapon, it's not the best in slot, just pretty much a decent stuff. This one is with Fracture. I did craft it myself, without like spending too much on it. Obviously, fire damage is not needed here. Ideally, you would want, combined percentage physical and accuracy stats, to make it perfect. But, didn't have that much of a currency to make it happen. Could probably try now, if I stay on this build for further upgrades. Another ring here, just basically super generic stuff over here. As you can see, it's just cold lightning life, could actually change physical to life leeched damage, but we'll get to that. Else flasks, just regular stuff over here, and the body. This one was recently upgraded as well. This one is like a big upgrade for us, since we don't need any mana anymore to cast, Cyclone. So that helps a lot for our, issues, you could say. Before that, I was using, rings with mana channeling cost reduced. But with the body, you can actually, put everything, all your auras, without taking like any nodes in the tree for reservation, and you can still cast your Cyclone, so you save some points there. Plus, um, you ignore the stuns. You cannot basically be stunned while using the skill. So while using Cyclone, you cannot be stunned. So we can take off, Unwavering Stance. We were using this one. You have to use this one if you don't have this body yet. So just keep that in mind. Alright, for Ascendancy, just pretty much generic Slayer Ascendancy. We're not using any new bloodline here, so just basic, Impact, Brutal Fervor, as well Bane of Legends and Headsman. Not sure at the moment for the bloodlines if any of them could fit, for Slayer. Need to actually have a more look on them. I did check them, before the release, but I haven't thought about any of them. Just took this one for the challenge because they did this, the bridge bosses, but it's whatever, just staying here. Possibly could take, other appendages, but it's so nothing too special here. For the skill tree, as you can see, nothing too massive here. We did get a Watcher's Eye for double damage with Rides, as well as some attack speed with Precision. This one cost like 2 divines, I think, back then when I bought it. Over here, the cluster is not the best in slot. Could get pretty much anything better, like leeches, some better version than this. This one, it was just cheap, didn't want to spend out a lot because I'm kind of wasting those 2 points here. And yeah, so pretty much we do plan to move on to Impale, to get even higher damage. I could possibly just, refund live here and refund live here. We lose like 200 life, and we can just up our Impale effect here. So that's gonna provide us a decent chunk of damage as well. We should have even higher damage now with this, change. And yeah, so over here, nothing too special on the tree. I think I explained pretty much everything what I wanted to say. As well, if you do have comments, of course, leave them, in the comment section. As well for the hands, not to forget the hands. Yeah. So basically for the hands, I'm using Return to Dust. Not the best option, to be honest, at the end of like at the late end game. They're not that great. Damage is alright, but you should be probably using the Molten one, where it gives you the shield for better survivability, provides like 4,000, 5,000, like Molten Shell basically. And this one is just Impale based to actually to like buff the Impale, which is actually very good. As well, the hands itself, all Grafts, or how you want to call it, Grafts them. Yeah, Grafts. So they do roll in some good, generic mods like increase maximum life, which they do provide quite a lot. If I take this one, like for 350, something like that. They do come with physical damage increase, but that one is a little bit worse. So I must say the increased maximum life is a big deal. It provides like combined two of them, like 26%. You could get up to 30 if you have like perfect roll on life. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I think I explained everything. Gonna make a proper build video, on the next builds that's gonna come after. Since this one is a league starter, it's just a Cyclone, nothing too special, basically generic stuff you can find anywhere. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. There's gonna be a quick video then here, how I'm clearing tier 17. When I did record it, there was, the statues of petrification. So I did die once on the boss, but because I got petrified. So just basically ignore that part. But besides everything like that, Cyclone, as you know, speed is alright, on the mapping. It clears fast. Don't think I can show a showcase right now. I was having some latency issues in the maps, so you just gotta believe me as well. You can see the the tier 17 clear. I can even roll the video there. Okay, guys, have a good one. See you on the next one.